Hello, and welcome back to another Microsoft Flight Sim stream. Taking this beautiful Boeing 737, the Southwest livery, Coco livery. I love that movie so much. My wife and I, well, this is when we were first dating, but we had saw it in the theater, and uh, so it's now become our Halloween movie. Every Halloween since it was released, watch it, along with Beetlejuice and Hocus Pocus. Those are the three movies we do every Halloween since we pretty much got together. Hocus Pocus for sure. That's been out longer, but so we're taking this beautiful Southwest Coco themed plane to San Jose. We're currently in the beautiful city of Los Angeles. The Innie builds Los Angeles. And you know what runs really well when there's no traffic? It runs really well when there's no traffic whatsoever. You throw a couple planes out there and, FPS drops pretty bad. I'm jumping between 60 and 90. So I guess the average is what, 70? Throw some planes out there and I'm down to the 50s. Let's hop into cockpit here. Let's get this plane going. So we are going to be using SAYINTENTIONS as we typically do on these streams. What am I looking to do here? So we're going to go to FS that and then request the power. Then what I also do, hola, how's it going? As I go to sim brief here, and I put in the fuel. I know with this plane you can grab the sim brief information, but when I do that, I have more issues with it freezing than not. So I just do, and I keep the 08 how it is because it's pretty close to off, but that's fine. We got the fuel in there. That's all I really care about. All right, so we got ground connected. What traffic? So I normally use FS traffic. I have it disabled right now, and it works very well. It's probably the best in terms of not really killing your FPS as bad as some of the others, but it still does because that's just the world we live in with traffic and flight sim. Get the IRS going. Our probe heats also. We're going to be cruising at an altitude of 38.0. I also just go ahead and pop on our lights right away. All right, let's get our APU going. And fasten seatbelts, no smoking. Well, I guess it's chime only. And I think that is it for up here, right? For now. We get the APU fully going. So, I don't really use this at all. Like, everyone was waiting for it, and it's pretty limited in what it can and cannot do. So, I still use my charts externally. Alright, so we're gonna go on down yonder next. Yeah, so I never used AIG, but I did use FSLTL, and it's fine, it's great, fantastic. But I wanted something that was more just click a button, you're good to go. That one you can set it up and it's good to go, but I don't know. I also feel like I get slightly better FPS with FS traffic. I don't really have a problem ever with the destination. I do sometimes forget to put the destination, and if you don't do that before takeoff, it seems causing more problems than not, but okay, so position next, grab the GPS, plop it in there, got that. All right, so we are KLAX going to San Jose. So I did check beforehand, and Southwest does do this flight. I was going to do the Phoenix, but I'm gonna try to do a real world flight. Now, I am gonna use my flight number that is from Pilot's Life, iWest still. And I'll talk a little bit more about that in the air, because I have some decisions to make soon. That pre-populate, and I do need this stuff. Minimum, or not minimum, one, cost index 16. Line up to 80, which seems to be a little excessive. Flaps are going to be 5. E is 5.4. Okay. And then our V1. V1, VR, V. Hey, it's going to be a struggle bus, I think, talking. Alright, we can now definitely get rid of that. We don't need that no more. Next, let's go to departure and arrivals. We are expecting 2-4 right departure via summer 2. Is SCRR. Nope. Execute that. I'll take off spin, delete it. Our arrival, we are expecting runway 12 right. Silicon 6 arrival. Position, there we go, truck. Okay, and what did I have to fix? Speed. Okay, let's go legs. How are we looking? And disco. Good with just killing that off. Vector. I thought this said Hitler for a second. Okay, that's all good. I always switch this over to ground services. And we can now go on to APU. There, I switch those on, switch that on, and make sure that's discoed. Okay. Then I go ahead and disco all that stuff. Set the park and brake. Okay, I think it's time to bring up our friend, SAYINTENTIONS. Our pushback paired. Because now with ChatGPT 4.0, especially with ChatGPT 4.0, intentions is quite quick. Or I used to not prep the FMC here. I'd wait until I put in clearance, because then clearance would take forever to get back to me. But now, let's just ready to go. Okay, so ATIS 133 and an 8. Over to ATIS.
S24 right, 25 left, 6 right, 7 left. Visual approach is in use. Advise on course heading altitude and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway and hold short instructions. VFR departures, contact clearance delivery on 120.35. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Papa.
Alright, yeah. And I've learned my lesson many of times. So I'm gonna write down Papa. Because I'll say what I gotta say and then I'll be like, what was it again? Okay, so we are going to San Jose. We are in Los Angeles. Boeing 737. And it is clearance time, I believe. Right. Get it. Los Angeles clearance. Good morning from Southwest 510. I'd like to pick up our IFR flight to San Jose International. We have information Papa and are ready to copy. How many times am I going to say SkyWest and not Southwest? I should have a tally on the screen. It's going to be awful. Although yesterday I did a flight as Northwest Airlines, and I did pretty darn good.
Southwest 510 Los Angeles clearance cleared to San Jose via the Sumer 2 departure. Then is filed. Climb and maintain 4,000. Expect flight level 38010 0 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.3. Squawk 4541.
And we're climbing up to 4,000 as we typically do here in LA. Cleared to San Jose via the Summer 2 departure, then is filed, climb, maintain 4,000. We'll expect 380, 10 minutes after departure. Departure's on 124.3, squawk 4541, Southwest 510. Yeah, I'm gonna say northwest, I'm gonna say skywest, I'm gonna say southwest. What's with the west? I guess we're on the west
Southwest 510,
side of the
read back
US.
correct. Expect runway 24 right. Contact ground on 131.9 or 75.
Alright, we're gonna go over to ground. We are ready for push and start, aren't we? Los Angeles ground, sky southwest 510 is ready for push and start. You see, this is not gonna be good. Response time has certainly gone down. It certainly has. Certainly has.
Southwest
Look how fast
510,
that was.
Los Angeles ground push and start approved. Information Papa is current.
Alright, push and start approved. Park and brake release, push back going. And we'll go ahead and get 8 on. And up. Lock to start. Watching over here for a 20. Okay, introducing fuel. Tug is still taking a sweet time to connect. Normally do the tug, but figured, well, it's trying. It's trying. There it goes. It's connected. Park and brake released. Pushing back. Just have the low quality version of LAX because that's pretty crappy looking there. Right, and number 2 is good. Engine 1. 6, that's blue my eyes. Right, fuel coming in. Awesome. So we are expecting 2-4 right. So Delta Echo Romeo. I have an idea for a video.
Geneva clearance, Delta and Romeo Charlie Sierra, ready for push-up.
Kind of similar to one I just posted yesterday. Alright. X on. That's both. Axes on. Final pushback going. Back is good. So, what I'm thinking of doing, if I can make it work,
Echo Mike, follow the King Air and hold short of runway 30.
is I'd like to do a flight with both non-ATC and SAYINTENTIONS both 100% active and viewable on the screen. Now, the only thing is you can't talk to both of them because it would really mess things up. So what I was thinking is, since Beyond ATC has the auto respawns and auto channel and all that jazz, I could have that just going by itself.
Cherokee Tree 15 X-ray Papa.
It's no different than if I was talking to it, right?
Taxiway Bravo.
Because it's on rails, so it's expecting the same crap.
Holding point Alpha 2 via Bravo Cherokee 315 X-ray.
And then
Papa.
I would be talking to SAYINTENTIONS, you know how that rolls.
2036,
Oh.
request taxi.
An idea I'm thinking. Can I talk yet? Los Angeles grounds, north southwest 510 is requesting taxi. North southwest. That's who we are today. We're gonna be north southwest. I like it. Alright, so let's go on down here and we can turn on Terra.
Southwest 510, runway 24 right via Delta Echo Romeo. Contact tower on 120.9 or 5 when ready for departure.
Runway 24 right via Delta Echo Romeo. Southwest 510. You know, the sad thing is I have right in front of me a sticky note that says Southwest, and yet I don't look at it because I'm a complete moron. So who's all excited for the 777 to come out? I know a lot of streamers who who obviously stream, they're super excited and want to come out. I am not a big 777 fan, but it is a PMDG plane. So it's highly likely, if the pricing is affordable, that I would consider a possibility. Romeo? Yeah. Hey, Victor? How did you get Victor from? Part says used. Is that I have taxiway sign add-on? Is that conflicting with it? Or did Anybell screw that up? Or is it right? I don't know. Alright, let's go over to tower and get our lights going here.
Embraer 225, Echo Mike, follow the Falcon, continue taxi to the ramp via taxiway Bravo.
Following the Falcon, taxiing to the ramp via Bravo Embraer 225 Echo Mike.
Los Angeles Tower, Southwest 510, holding short 24 right, ready for departure. Yeah, I did it right that time. This anymore? I forgot to bring up SAYINTENTIONS. My bad, sorry.
Southwest 510, Los Angeles Tower, winds 250 at 5 runway 24 right, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 24 right, cleared for takeoff. Southwest 510. Feeling it. I do have a problem sometimes saying cleared, or at least the AI understanding it. It thinks I say clear, and then it repeats that I'm cleared for takeoff. I might not be enunciating properly. Okay, let's bring it on up. And toggle it. Let's get out of here. We're on our way.
Airspeed alive. 8 knots.
Set my speeds.
V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Going up. Nice calm day here in LA. LNAV VNAV is set. 243 for departure. App's coming up. Okay, all looking pretty good. A little bit of trim down.
Southwest 510, contact departure on 124.3.
Right, AP is active. Order 124.3, Southwest 510. Hi Fred, welcome. Welcome on in. Good evening for you, good morning for me, good afternoon for some. Who are we talking to? Departure, Southwest 510. Currently at 4,000.
133.5, good day.
Contacting center on 133.5, good day, UPS 901 heavy.
Southwest 510, SoCal approach. Radar contact, we've got you.
I think we lost you. Where are you? So, people ask all the time. They've asked in my streams, they've asked in the video comments. I've seen in Discord. Like, why do I think SAYINTENTIONS is a better product for me, right? Why do I prefer it? And I'll give them my traditional answers, right? It's just everything about it, all in one app is fantastic. But like, the personalities, right? What Brian and the team have done and added a little bit of touch to it, really, really cool. Really, really cool. Like the ums, right? And then there's some airports where you land at where you have cool little snippets. Even like the taxiing. New York, I think, has it. Taxiing, that stuff's really, really cool. You don't get that stuff on ATC. And that's fine because that's not what they're aiming for. And I just love that you have a little bit of personality here.
Southwest 510 SoCal approach, climb and maintain 14,000.
Up to 14,000, Southwest 510. Starting to get the Southwest down. So, I've been thinking. If you're anyone who's knowledgeable at all with flight sim, you know that WinWing recently released the A320 autopilot panel thing, right? Very, very cool. And I've been very, very tempted to get it because I don't use SPAD next. I don't use that for my Bravo, so I cannot get my Bravo to work properly with A320 in terms of the autopilot stuff. I just don't know how much I'm gonna fly the Phoenix. Like, I'm on a high right now flying it. And I said just a little bit ago that I'm kind of iffy on the 777.
Southwest 510,
high probability I'll get it.
16,000.
Up to 16,000, Southwest 510. If they came out with a Boeing one, oh man, that's a day one purchase for me. Day one purchase. My favorite aircraft, currently in Microsoft Flight Simulator, airliner at least, is a 777. No doubt. Second place, I have a tie. It's the Phoenix right now and the Jet. They're two different planes. Oh no, the SimC deed? Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry. Was it, oh, on takeoff, okay.
Maintain flight level 190.
Well, at least it was on takeoff and not on the final, right? Flight level 190, Southwest 510. The worst parts are when you're doing, whatever, an hour or two long flight and you're on approach and it crashes on that approach. It's awful. So awful. I've rarely have it happen. Very rarely. Most of my crashes are crashes of the sim, not me crashing the plane. Is either like you had on takeoff or taxiing, or somewhere on the departure. I had a crash like during cruise once, but I don't think I've actually had, I should knock on something, I don't think I've actually had a crash on approach for a very long time. Probably over a year. I'm sure it's over a year. So what do we all think is going to happen tonight? Big surprise in store from the big old the big old people over there at SAYINTENTIONS. What do we think is going to be announced?
Climb and maintain flight level 230.
Flight level 230, Southwest 510. What's going to be the big, exciting news that Brian has for us? Yeah, update 15 beta used to see on me a lot. Yeah, the last three have been very stable. Very stable. I did read a little bit more. So yesterday I wasn't sure what all the whole rollback thing was that they did from the last build to this build, and apparently they rolled back the new March whatever, what's it called, GDX. They rolled that back for Xbox, and that is, so they got the SDK for the PC, and then there's the DK for the Xbox, and that new one was causing problems, so they just rolled it back. So it doesn't really affect PC, from my understanding. Over to 132.6, Southwest 510. 132 and a 6. Los Angeles Center, Southwest 510. Flight level 180, climbing 230. I don't think I've actually had any issues at all with this.
Southwest 510, Los Angeles Center, Roger, point Magoo, altimeter 29er97.
Like ever. It's been very, very good.
479, descend via Nix 3 for the ILS runway 16 left approach into Denver.
The only issue I really had was the
29er97.
pop-in stuff that everyone was complaining about. It seemed like they reduced the LOD, so you had to increase your LOD. Seemed to fix that, but they never said they said they never touched it. But people definitely had issues with it, so someone's lying somewhere.
Southwest 510, Los Angeles Center, climb and maintain flight level 290.
Flight level 290, Southwest 510. Alright, we're gonna be cruising just for a little bit. Look at that. Like nothing too.
Southwest 510, Los Angeles Center, roger.
That's weird. Okay, so everything's good to go, right? Need to work on here. I don't really worry about the seatbelt sign. There's virtual passenger. All good. To do here, so all I getting prepared at 5-1 for the minimums.
Southwest 510, climb and maintain flight level 310.
Flight level 310, Southwest 510. Okay, minimums are set, and then we're gonna ILS. And 9. I use my Logic Tech panel for that. And then okay. That's it.
Frontier 479, descend and maintain flight level 250.
Okay, so I have decisions to make when it comes to a pilot's life, chapter 2. I've been with SkyWest for quite a while now, but I'm kind of getting bored. I feel like I'm doing the same flights repeatedly. This is example of one of them. Done this flight a couple different times now. And so I did apply for a couple airlines. The ones that accepted me were FedEx and United, I think. Tried Delta and American as well, but they declined me for. I also have an auto offer from UPS, so I can go back to one of the freight people if I wanted to, or I can go to United. The problem with all of this is I don't like to fly long flights. Our cruise is about my maxes. So that leaves it to being flights that are definitely under, or somewhere around the 300 nautical mile. More than that, and I start to lose my interest. So I've flown for all four of them before. Yeah, all four. Both the UPS and FedEx, and then United and
American 880.
the other one I just said. Yes. I can't remember. Anywho. Don't know what to do.
Ascienda y manténgase en nivel de vuelo 150 cuando esté listo.
I've hit my requirement for my current contract with SkyWest, which is 10 flights. And then you get additional 25% XP, and I think money as well.
And then Frontier 887, report altitude passing.
Frontier 887 passing through flight level 260.
Thing is, if I go over to like one of the creators, it limits to what planes realistically I should be flying, right? I don't have to abide by that, and I didn't when I flew before. United, I've done that a couple different times, but they're pretty limited with their short cruises or short hops. I really like staying with SkyWest because it's
510,
perfect.
climb and maintain flight level 380.
Flight level 380, Southwest 510. Alright, so up to 380, which is our cruise. Throw Janet on. Janet's on. Minute. All right.
Good morning. We're currently cruising at
Oh.
29176 feet, about 15 miles east of Santa Barbara. Did you know that Santa Barbara Airport was originally an Army airfield during World War II? It was known as Marine Corps Air Station Santa Barbara. If you have any questions about our flight or communications, feel free to ask.
Oh, I know who that is. Disregard what you just heard. Disregard that. I don't know why that person's talking. Disregard it. So, all right. Left. Probably Foxtrot.
Tower 190, Frontier 2479.
I've had a stutter coming into San Jose a couple times. But this is the... This is second flight since I cleared my cache, sim, and also shader cache for the NVIDIA card. Yeah. So I think we'll be alright. Typically it's, I don't know where, I have to calculate where it is. I want to say somewhere around the 10 to 15 flights is where seems like if I do clear out the shader cache, it has the best
5260 and ident
effect
Bonanza
within the sim.
632 Alpha Bravo.
So let's see, we have,
Frontier 479, no
there
speed
is
restriction.
a pilot's life if you've not seen it on my previous streams. Fantastic software. I think it's like $30. I've gotten my money well out of it. So my current schedule is what we have now. So we have the LAX one we're doing now. I've done this flight a billion times. No, I've never done this flight, but it's a little longer than I normally do.
Cirrus 555, Sierra Mike, traffic alert.
I've never done this
4
flight.
miles opposite direction.
I'm gonna definitely skip that. It's 5. That's
Cirrus
longer
555
than I
Sierra
like.
Mike.
And I've done this one times as well. And I chose this schedule because most of the flights on here are ones I'm willing to do. And not gonna sit there and skip them. But like I said, I have these offers. American and Delta rejected me. But United accepted me and FedEx accepted me. I can do UPS, and then I also have a couple other international ones I could do. Well, I've done Airliners. They're really limited with short hops. It was fun though. I love flying out of range just not working today.
2036, request higher altitude.
Wow, I can't remember. I'm a hard time remembering. I've flown for them before once. I've never flown for them. Like, if I look at United, because that's kind of where I'm leaning toward right now. Look at the details.
Southwest 510, contact Los Angeles Center on 132.15.
Over to 132.15, Southwest 510. 3215. Los Angeles Center, Southwest 510, flight level 353, climbing 380.
Southwest 510, Los Angeles Center, roger.
So, yeah, that's the thing with Pilot's Life. The schedules they have you doing are real life, boring, short, or long haul since return flights. Yep, like virtual airline tour. Keep it interesting. Did you recommend On Air yesterday? Was it you? I can't remember. I looked at it. I'm considering it a possibility. I'm fine with the subscription. I don't remember how much it is, but it seemed like a fine deal. I do enough flight. Get my money. But so United routes, like here's the really short hops, but then there's this one. But I've done that so many times. I've done that so many times. I don't know what the hell this is. Probably done that a couple times. Done that a couple times. Definitely done Reno a billion times. Jersey, right? 5 billion times. Austin. Yeah, you recommend it? Yeah. Might look into it. I really might look into it. On Air. And free trial, so that'd be cool to try as well. So plans, here we go. Okay, so yeah, it's like $10 a month. That's not bad. Like cheaper than Netflix. A little bit more than Apple TV, but I should try it. Maybe I'll do that. MMO.
Cirrus 236 Bravo Alpha traffic 9 o'clock 5 miles altitude 9,000.
Traffic in sight, Cirrus 236 Bravo Alpha.
Can you start off with any aircraft you want, or how is it compared to like Pilot's Life? Can you just pick a plane that you like, or any plane you want for your flights? Or are you restricted?
Swiss radar. Good evening.
I guess that'd be something I would hesitant about. Now that have access to any plane I want, pretty much within Pilot's Life, going back to the beginning would kind of suck.
Swiss 498, Swiss radar, roger.
A whole lot of flights here that interest me. You got FedEx. Pays top dollar. I don't really need the money in Pilot's Life. The cool thing about FedEx and UPS is you get some those international hops you can do too. Here, a couple in there. Restricted at first, but you can sell the plane.
Down to 7,000 Frontier 2479.
So is it like a prop? Or is it an airliner? Right away. But like a Neofly, I think you're restricted to like the Piper and 150, 72 right away. Like,
Noviembre Victor Juliet, descienda y manténgase en 8000.
Memphis to Nashville. Memphis. I'm leaning towards FedEx again. I've only done like 2 or 3 the intention flights over in Europe. Be kind of cool to get more experience with that. It'd also be cool to have some flights into Milwaukee since I have the new free Milwaukee airport. That's really cool. For being free, like, they could have easily charged 15, 20 bucks for that. So that's really neat of them. RJB. That. RJ. Damn. That'd be kind of cool. I've never done that. I've never ever done that.
If you look out the window at your 10 o'clock position, about 6 miles away, you'll see the Santa Lucia Wilderness. Now, the Santa Lucia Wilderness is a fascinating place, mainly because it's a wilderness, which means it's wild. It was designated as such in 1978, which was a year that happened in the past. The area covers about 20,486 acres, which is a lot of acres if you think about it. It's home to a variety of wildlife, including the elusive California condor, which is a bird that looks like it's been put together by someone who's never seen a bird before. People who enjoy hiking, bird watching, and getting lost in the woods tend to visit the Santa Lucia Wilderness. My friend Toby once went there and got so lost, he ended up living off berries and rainwater for a week. He said it was a life-changing
Hawaiian 104,
experience,
climb and
but he
maintain
also
flight
said
level
that about the
410.
time he accidentally lost
Climbing to
himself
flight level
in a porta
410,
potty
Hawaiian
for 3 hours.
104.
So take that with a grain of salt.
He got lost inside a porta potty. Where does it come up with this? I'd love to know how Brian programmed this. It's fantastic. So I think the new options to start out, you can start out with a lot of money to buy a new jet, or start off with low. Okay, that's kind of cool. I don't mind that. Not at all. I'll try it. I'll try it. I'll try it today, I think. I'm not sure how long the trial period is, but I'll give it a shot. Worth it. Okay, 1, 2, so over to right. Or left, I guess. Let's see what happens with our approach here. We're at the top of descent. I did a flight yesterday into New York, and it didn't really step me down very good. Got lost. I think I got lost. It could have been my mistake, but I think it got lost because the segment it was on was showing a segment from Archer. I got very confused. Okay. Why don't you...
Southwest 510, Oakland Center. Expect the ILS runway 12 right approach into San Jose via the Sail CN6 arrival.
I switch over to my... Go.
Swiss 498, Swiss radar climb and maintain flight level 270.
Alright, we're gonna expect the ILS 12 right approach into San Jose. Get a descent. Okay.
Southwest 510, Oakland Center. Descend and maintain flight level 270.
Down to flight level 270, Southwest 510. Right. 70, pop the button in. Alright, coming on down. So here's something also.
Southwest 510, descend via CN6 for the ILS runway 12 right approach into San Jose. Altimeter 29er 97.
Yeah, me too. Okay. Remember anymore now. Distracted.
Flight level 370, Frontier 2036.
I do think the sim update 15 will be coming out really quick here. It could be as out early as today, but I would say tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday next week, one of those days. Because since I've already got enough feedback on it, I don't know why they're gonna wait too longer for testing purposes. The version that was already out. That's why I'm thinking it could be out as early as today. Very well could be. They want to get another day worth of testing. Maybe they want to do another day worth of testing tomorrow. It'll be a nice weekend surprise for everyone. Especially since MDG likes to teach much.
Southwest 510, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Flight level 230, Southwest 510.
Climbing to flight level 150.
60.
Frontier 2036, New York Center. Good morning.
So I thought about this very carefully, and so I said this, I don't remember, it was yesterday or the day before on one of the streams. My Honeycomb Bravo, the wires inside it on a couple of the levers snapped. So my reverser little toggle guy doesn't work anymore on a couple of the lever spots. But I've decided if I move things around a bit, I can get the reverser and my switch to work. I think that's going to be my mission probably after this flight here, after this. Try to rearrange things to see if I can get my... I just care about that damn switch. Takeoff switch is very important. Like the reverser I didn't use enough with the Airbus, the Phoenix. I'd like to have it, but it's fine without it. It's also nice to have it for the first time in E-Jet.
If you look out to your 10 o'clock, about 24 miles away, you'll see the Silver Peak
How long did it
Wilderness.
take from your opposite center
Wilderness
to...
was designated as a
actually gave
wilderness
you
area
effective
in 1992. Which
it
is
wasn't
quite
that
recent
long.
if you think about it.
I would
It's
say
a place where nature is allowed to do whatever it wants, which is mostly just growing
15
trees
nautical
and
miles,
being
15,
quiet.
20, not even that, maybe.
The area is
That's
named
pretty quick.
after Silver Peak, which isn't actually made of silver. It's just a regular peak. But calling it regular peak wouldn't attract many hikers, would it? The wilderness is home to a variety of wildlife, including the elusive California condor. Interestingly, my friend Toby once got lost in the Silver Peak wilderness for 3 days. He claimed he was trying to find himself, but all he found was a raccoon that stole his last granola bar. He had to be rescued by a park ranger, who said Toby was the most disoriented person he'd ever met.
The intentions requires Navigraph. No, it does not require Navigraph. So if you do not have Navigraph, you get a year-old data. Okay, that's it. Outside that, it's still the same intentions for everyone. And with Taxi Tuner, from my understanding, everyone gets it, whether you're a Navigraph user or not. You get the updates that people do. I could be wrong on that, but I think that's how it works. But if there is a Navigraph taxi information, I don't think you get that. You get the default Asobo. So yeah, that works. Yeah, I think that's how it works. So there's 3 options. There's the default Sobo, There's the
flight
taxi
level
tuner,
380.
and there's also the Navigraph stuff. If you don't have a Navigraph subscription, you will see if there's a tuner option that is set globally. If that's not option, then you'll be default on the Asovo taxiway. Navigraph, it will, I think you have an option, I guess, within the, you will have an option of taxi tuner. How to get SAYINTENTIONS widget in your, so this is the VR add-on at SAYINTENTIONS. So, Momento.
Southwest 510, descend and maintain 15,000.
Down to 15,000, Southwest 510. $5,000. If you log into the pilot portal, click on download, and then here at the bottom, this is the VR add-on. So you download that, throw it in your community folder, and then you'll have an option for it. I have flow, so I have it set on my flow bar. Where is it? Here. If you have the default Microsoft one up here, the panel that comes down, you'll be able to just tap on that icon, the intentions, bring this up. That's how you do that. ATC doesn't work? What do you mean doesn't? Can you talk to it? Does it not talk back to you? Alright, so we have a vector coming up here. We'll have to keep a tight eye on that. How we doing? We're really freaking fast. Oh, crap, look at that.
Heading up 185, bringing that is 140.
Get it back to... There we go. Managed. Professional pilot, how do you do this? Yeah, post a message in Discord. Fred's right. That's a good idea. Post it in the Discord. Down to 8,000, Southwest 510. Because someone from the team would be able to help you out with that probably. And if you're on a trial version and you don't, and it's using your time right now, they'll be more than happy to extend it if you make sure you have a fair use trial. Here's the disc. Oh, me to check Discord, sorry. But you're talking to them. Un momento. Oh, I see, yeah. Yeah, that was my bad. That, I'll take care of that.
Alaska 993.
Alright, so how are we doing here? 12, and we're at 15, so all's good there.
Frontier 2036, contact New York Center on 132.875.
Frontier 2036, good day.
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. I'm a little confused. Like, there was nothing selected. So it shouldn't have talked at all. I don't know why it talked. I'm typically pretty careful about that kind of stuff.
About
Learjet
7
Romeo,
miles
Charlie
away,
Sierra,
you'll
contact
see
Munich
the
radar on
Castroville,
133.55.
artichoke capital of the world sign. Now, Castroville is a small town with a big claim to fame. It was founded in 1863 by Juan Bautista Castro, who probably never imagined his town would become synonymous with a spicy vegetable. The sign itself is a testament to the town's pride in its artichokes, which are a type of thistle, but more edible. People come from all over the world to see this sign and to eat artichokes, which is strange because they're basically just fancy cabbage. My friend Toby once tried to climb the sign after a night out, thinking it was a giant artichoke he could conquer. He ended up getting stuck and had to be rescued by the local fire department. They weren't too pleased, but Toby now holds the record for the most embarrassing rescue in Castroville history.
Oh boy, Toby. Okay, so we're almost at 10,000. We're gonna turn off Janet. Get close to our, they call it, what's the word that they use in... when you're not supposed to talk? Oh, I really just can't think of words today. Is this really a feature simmers want? Which one? Like the AI ATC? Or the tour guide? Or the 737? No one wants a 737. Tour guide? I think so. I think it's really cool. Like, if you think about it, you're doing a VFR flight and you get to hear unique things about the area. I think so. Like my wife, she's not into simming at all, but she's like, this is really, really cool. It also helps separate the differences between FS HUD and Beyond ATC, SAYINTENTIONS. It gives a little something unique and different, a feature that the other ones don't have. I don't see hardcore simmers using it by any means. I don't see a lot of airliner people using it. Definitely VFR people. Can we see your settings after? Which, for the intentions? Yeah, I can show you that, I believe. Let me just take a glance at it quick.
Emirates 240 heavy.
Make sure nothing is showing on there that shouldn't be shown for my protection. I don't think there is. Okay, yeah, so we have, here's what I use. I don't use the auto tuner. Down to 5,000.
expecting
Southwest
ILS
510.
runway 83
I was not talking.
approach.
Oh, because I'm in the
our
options.
approach, into Munich via the B201A arrival.
Down to 5,000, Southwest 510. Okay, so yeah, here's, yeah, so I don't use the auto tune option. Here's my dent information for this flight. Here's my microphone, and my headphones are just my default. Here's the controls I use. So my mouse has 2 side buttons, so I use one of them for the intercom for the tour guide. And then my multiplayer, I have it candid, the lowest with multiplayer audio on. Intercom, I have Janet. I have Active Sky, experimental stuff. Nothing all that major, nothing really different than most people have. So I'm an airliner sim, yeah. You know, yeah, I don't know. As an airliner, like, I'll be honest, when I'm doing like a short hop, I really don't have a lot to do in between that short hop. Tour guide's nice to keep me company. But definitely like VFR flights. Like, so I'm going to do a around the world tour again, and I'm going to use it for that. And I also am going to start up my Amelia Earhart tour again soon. And that's VFR stuff, so I'll use it for that too. Alright, let's see how these vectors work.
Southwest 510, contact NorCal approach on 120.1.
Okay, over to North Cal. Over to 120.1, Southwest 510. 120 and a 1 for the approach. NorCal approach, Southwest 510, 5,000. At 5,000.
Southwest 510, NorCal approach, good morning. San Jose altimeter 29904.
Alright, so now we're on this vector here. We should be getting on over to the right approach. Hey, welcome in, P2. Welcome on in. We're on approach into San Jose. And we're going to see what SAYINTENTIONS does. Approach. Country. A little high, but I feel okay where we are. Around here, I'd say within the next 10 minutes. So with approach, when you get it switched over to approach, are you supposed to tell them like what you're doing?
Southwest 3184, contact Oakland Center on 119.475.
Are you supposed to tell them like you're on approach for the
United 540
ILS
traffic
12,
alert
right?
at your tree o'clock, 5 miles, same altitude,
Or do you
advise
just
when in sight.
tell them altitude? Oh.
Looking for the traffic, United 540.
Oakland Center on 119.475, Southwest 3184. Thank you.
Like if I've had issues where if I I tell them I'm on approach, it will vector me all goofy. Then I've also had times where I don't tell them that I'm on approach, and it doesn't do anything at all. Holy, I get so confused in that aspect. When we create the flight plan with SimBrief, we have to make it via SAYINTENTIONS button. Flight or oh, okay, I see what you're saying. So you do it directly through SimBrief. You go to SimBrief, put in your flight plan, and then SAYINTENTIONS will know where it is through SimBrief as long as you put your SimBrief information in there, your ID number or your. I think you can do both now. Yeah, generate the flight plan through SimBrief. That button, all it does is brings you to SimBrief. But you can do that all before you even launch up SAYINTENTIONS.
Qantas Heavy 31 Melbourne approach, climb and maintain 9,000.
Hey, no problem. Ask away. If I can answer, I'll answer. Happy to help.
Climb and maintain 9,000, Qantas 131.
You can do either or. You can do either or. So SAYINTENTIONS won't do anything until you start talking to it. And then it will start activating. You could do either one. I normally start the sim up, and then I launch up SAYINTENTIONS. I may actually get the plane ready to go before I even start SAYINTENTIONS. Sometimes I start it before. It just depends whatever I decide to do. But yeah, you could do either or. I think the same's with Beyond ATC. I think you can launch that pretty much well. Okay, so we're going to need to start vectoring soon, so I'm going to go ahead and switch our heading.
Left hand 030, November 6266.
We'll also go in heading mode. Because it should swing us back around. When I spawn, I have nothing like frequencies written. So, I don't think that, if I remember correctly, I don't have that as an option yet. But let's double check.
Piper Hotel Alpha Kilo, contact Vienna radar on 129.2.
This one, if you have that selected, it might cause issues, so make sure you don't have that selected. That's on under experimental radio power. The other thing is, with your software, is it green up here? That means you're connected to the SAYINTENTIONS network. If it's white, it means you're not.
Heading 190, descend 2,000 feet, clear for the ILS 18 to right.
But once you are at our airports with your aircraft, it should light up the top part with whatever your current airport is and the radios. Should do that. Okay, I think we're gonna have to start asking for vectors because we're getting. NorCal approach, Southwest 510 would like vectors to the ILS 12 right approach into San Jose. And we'll ask to descend down to
Southwest
Southwest 510, turn right, heading 125 vectors for the ILS runway 12 right approach.
Right 125, Southwest 510. NorCal approach, Southwest 510. Request altitude of 2,000. As I could have said, request extend 2,000.
Southwest 510, descend and maintain 2,000.
Alright, it's down to 2,000. Better speed. Keep it at 2 for now. Okay, now we're getting better. I think I was supposed to tell approach for what we're trying to do. I think that's where things went haywire. Go off 122 because that's gonna be a better intercept for 12 right. Alright, then we can bring up our VS a little bit, 'cause that slow, or that fast down. 500? Yeah, that should be perfect. Okay. Be about 6 nautical miles from the airport. So we'll start prepping for our landing, or flaps and landing early.
Look, radar, you gave me a frequency of Vienna radar which was 129.2, but on that frequency nobody is listening.
I have that on standby.
Southwest 510, descend and maintain 2500, turn right, heading 150.
I don't know why we're going. I'm not going to follow that 150. Down to 2500, right heading 150. Southwest 510. Hey, thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it. Welcome on board. Looks like it's a bit confused on this approach. Okay, so we have ILS on this, right? Okay, and I already programmed that, so we can go into approach mode. Sure it's in 110.9. Okay, yep. Alright, let's go ahead and start flaps down. Right, there we see our indicator on here, so all's looking pretty good. Flaps 5.
2500.
All right, single channel, so all looking good with the ILS.
Southwest 510, contact San Jose Tower on 124.0. Southwest 510, 5 miles from RTAC. Turn left heading 125, descend and maintain 1500 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 12 right approach.
Well, I figured out where we were, so that's good.
Contact Vienna radar on 129.
I'll switch over to tower. San Jose Tower, Southwest 510 on final, runway 12 right. A little far out, so I might be confused. Nope, we're good.
Southwest 510 San Jose Tower, winds 230 at 6 runway 12 right, cleared to land.
Runway 12 right, cleared to land. Southwest 510. Alright, all's looking great. A little slow at this point, but there we're fine. Airport is about 6 nautical miles ahead of us. Our glide slopes being captured. Okay, we're on glide slope. Looking good. You're coming down. Speed. Flaps 10. 15. Right, them. Flaps 25. On down to 145.
Diamond Tree 71 Bravo, Charlie traffic is a Cessna on a 2-mile final caution wake turbulence.
Okie dokie.
Acknowledge Diamond Tree 71 Bravo Charlie.
Yaw coming off momentarily.
JetBlue 751 contact
I like to wait
departure.
till about that 1,000 call out.
Departure JetBlue 751.
I don't think we're gonna get, so AP off my aircraft. Oh, there's the stutter. I'll take it on this approach versus on actual landing. Holy crap, is a hell.
Contact departure
Adjust the aircraft
JetBlue
now.
751.
I called it, didn't I? I said it's gonna stutter on arrival here in San Jose because it likes to. Little low. Winds are straight ahead, so that's fantastic. Right back on a much better approach.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Right. Rust and idle.
30, 20, 10.
Skyhawk 505 Alpha Mike descend to
reverse
2,000
out.
feet, report established on the localizer.
Descending to 2,000 feet will report established on the localizer Skyhawk 505 Alpha Mike.
.80 cleared. The brakes.
Vision
Flaps
4
coming
Romeo
up.
Kilo Chicago Tower, winds 190 at 14 runway 22 left, cleared for takeoff.
Right, we're gonna take this. I'll go ahead and close that out. Welcome to San Jose.
Southwest 510, welcome to San Jose. Contact ground on 121.7.
I said. San Jose ground. Good morning. Southwest 510, taxiway Foxtrot. Would like to taxi to the terminal. Alright, we'll let it figure out. See what it's gonna do. Lights off, landing gets off. Tax off.
Southwest 510 San Jose ground taxi to terminal via Foxtrot at your discretion.
Right, well. Kind of just copy what I said. San Jose might not be done, or... Yeah, San Jose must not be done. Because it should have been Foxtrot. That must be a static plane. Yeah, that's a static plane. Like, there's no way there's another 737 here. Chances of that. I've had the realistic taxi ones, not directly to the gate. No, it's, if you ask for a certain gate, it will say, like, you know, whatever, Alpha Bravo to gate 3. It doesn't know quite that information yet. That's all coming. But some airports are really good. Some still have some work to be done. Alright, chocks, ground power. Get our jetway. It's coming over. How's our ground power looking? Bueno. Good. And throttles idle. Engine off. Alright. Passengers will be deboarded momentarily. It all must be static. So lonely in the sky in the beta. I have nameplates on, but there's no one here. Soon that will be changed. Soon. Alright, well, everyone, I appreciate you coming in. Be an update coming. Potentially. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for watching the stream, as always. We're going to see how next week works out. We're going to see how the following weeks work out if I have the time to do streams. But definitely videos. I have some videos scheduled over the next couple weeks. So we'll definitely have a lot of SAYINTENTIONS content coming out and whatever else content I decide to throw out there with Flight Sim. But again, appreciate you watching as always. And we'll see you for the next adventure. Everyone take care.